Ram 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Hare. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य शीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from Texas, welcoming all of you to Bhakti Sangha conference call. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Second, to consider the name of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or to be independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. Third, to disobey the order of the spiritual master. Fourth, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity Karma Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's conference call. Before we move on to the glorification of Acharyas, may I know who all joined this morning?
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all the glories to the assembled devotees. This is Manjri Leela Devi Dasi from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Manjari Leela Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every single day, chanting so beautifully. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaji. My humble obeisances to you all. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your recitation and chanting so nicely, Mataji. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Priya Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining both the calls every single day, chanting so nicely. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your recitation. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances unto you and all of the devotees here. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Ekaradika Leela Devi Dasi.
Hare Krishna, Ekaradika Leela Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Thank you for chanting so nicely. Welcome.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvas Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to all the assembled devotees. This is Shiromani Nandarani Devidasi from Krishna Katadesh. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Shiromani Nandarani Mataji. Nice to hear your voice after a long time. I know you are joining, but you are not introducing yourself. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from Lincoln. Mataji, Prabhuji is already there. What do you do?
I know Mataji Prabhuji is there. I saw. Hare Krishna, Indulekha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Mataji, we can start now. Hare Krishna. We'll start the recording here. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Jivana Gaur Hari Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of different acharyas glorification. Udharan Datta Thakur, Lochana Das Thakur, Jagadish Pandit, Ramachandra Kaviraja, Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So we'll listen all the glories of these acharyas today. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining this morning and enlightening us on the glorification of acharyas. We are very eager to hear from you and see your beautiful PPTs. You'll take to those places where these acharyas are appeared and they did all the pastimes. I'm eagerly waiting to hear from you, Prabhu. I now hand over the call to you. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So, as told by Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, one more Acharya is also included, Jiva Goswami. So today we are fortunate enough to hear about the glorious pastimes and transcendental instructions of 7 stalwart Vaishnava Acharyas. So first actually we will be hearing about the glorious pastimes of Udharan Datta Thakur. I hope the screen is visible, Vinita Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, we can see that. Yes.
Okay. So the first Acharya whom we will be hearing today is about Udharan Datta Thakur. So in Prema Vilas, it is mentioned that Udharan Datta Thakur is none other than Subahu in Krishna Leela. He is one among the 12 intimate cowherd friend of Krishna, Balaram, more intimately related to Balaram, more intimately related to Nityananda, and also very intimately related to Krishna and Mahaprabhu. So Udharan Datta Thakur, Srila Prabhupada used to say that his family descendants have come from the ancestral descendants of Udharan Datta Thakur, who are doing the gold mercantile business. So during those days, the bankers, especially who are doing gold business, they were looked down upon. So here Nityananda Prabhu, he had a nice intimate pastime with his intimate associate Udharan Datta Thakur at Adisaptagram. Actually, Saptagram means 7 villages. One village is Saptagram, Krishnapur, then Nashvimapur, Shivpur, Vasudevapur. Then we have Shankya Nagar. Like that, there are 7 villages. Raghunatha Dasa Goswami hailed from Krishnapur, and here Udharan Datta Thakur, he hailed from Adisaptagram. So he was doing a business, and due to the Yogamaya potency, till Nityananda Prabhu came to Sabdagram, so he looked like an ordinary person, Udharan Datta Thakur. Nityananda Prabhu, when he was ordered by Lord Chaitanya to go to Bengal to preach, he came to Sabdagram. I mean, the 7 villages, specifically here the Adisaptagram, where there is the confluence of Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. So he sat under a banyan tree, and then he started to do kirtan and then chanting the holy name loudly. Then immediately Udharan Datta Thakur, he was almost like a teenage boy. He got the vibration. So this is like he got the past memory life experience Then immediately he started running from his home, and then he approached Lord Nityananda. Seeing Lord Nityananda, immediately he got the feeling that he has been eternally connected to his spiritual master. And then he rolled on the ground, and along with Nityananda, he took him to his house and also to the various places there. So Lord Nityananda, he had a wonderful pastime with Udharan Datta Thakur, and as told earlier, so Udharan Datta Thakur, he was looked down because he was doing business. So at that time, actually, they weren't given much respect. So this was the situation there. And Udharan Datta Thakur, Prabhupada used to say that he got the birthright to worship Lord Nityananda because he is one among the Dwadasa Gopala, Subhahu in Krishna Leela. And Lord Nityananda, he came to this place, especially this is a pond where actually Nityananda Prabhu, when he entered into this pond, he lost one of his anklets. And then devotees were searching, still it was missing, somehow transcendental, mysterious disappearance. That's why actually when we go for Gauramandal Yatra, we should go along with Gaurapriya Bhaktas. Gaurapriya Bhaktas, one who loves Mahaprabhu, one who loves Mahaprabhu and his associates. Because during the Gauramandal Parikrama, the places all look like a remote village. It looks like a normal pond. But when we go with Gaurapriya Bhaktas, do Kirtan and hear the glorious pastime, then we can. Are you able to see the pond, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So we can glorify and appreciate the transcendental beauty of this place. So this is also Nupur Pukur, where actually Lord Nityananda's anklet fell down. And then it was fully imbibed with a love for Krishna. And again, Adisaptagram is located on the bank of the Ganges. So the breeze which is touching the Ganga, it also gives love for Krishna. And here Lord Nityananda, along with his associate, he was doing transcendental pastime. All these places have been touched by Lord Nityananda's lotus feet. That's why when we go to such places, we should have the feeling that it is also a Chintamani Dham. It is not like a normal sand or rock. And actually, we should feel grateful to visit such places. And here actually you can also see the worshipable deity of Udharan Datta Thakur at Adisaptagram. We can see here the six-handed form of Lord Chaitanya in the middle, Sadbhuja form. And then we can see Lord Nityananda in the left side and also Gadadhara Pandit in the right side. So this is actually the Sripat of Udharan Datta Thakur. His worshipable deities. Krishna Balaram is his life and soul. And there in Vrindavan, Krishna Balaram Radharani. And here we can see that Udharan Datta Thakur is worshipping Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu and Radharani. And all our acharyas, either they will be representative of Balaram, Nityananda, or also maid servant of Srimati Radhika, Radharani. And those who are disliked by Lord Nityananda, Radharani doesn't show her mercy. And those who are disliked by Srimati Radharani, Nityananda Prabhu doesn't show his mercy. So all these three, they are very intimately related. That's why somehow or other, if we get the mercy or transcendental grace from one of such exalted personality, we are sure to get that we will be accepted by other personalities. And when Lord Nityananda came, the situation, actually when Nityananda Prabhu came here, the place, though it is looking like a remote village, like in Ekachakra or whatever places Lord Nityananda visited, actually the transcendental opulence started to manifest itself. Now actually for our mundane vision, we are seeing such places, at least some remnant of pond is there, and the worshipable deity we can see. But during Nityananda Prabhu's pastime, it was like a Vaikunta, Golaka. Nityananda Prabhu made that atmosphere, and all the 10 directions, whomever he glanced upon, everyone they were imbibed with the love for Krishna. Such powerful potent is Adisaptagram. And here actually, Udharan Datta Thakur lived here for some time. Then wherever Lord Nityananda went, Udharan Datta Thakur accompanied Lord Nityananda. And this is actually Madhavi tree, and we can also see the Pushpa Samadhi of Udharan Datta Thakur. Because after Lord Nityananda departed from this place, he went to Katwa, and there is one more place which we'll be seeing called as Uddharana. He went there and he made his residence there. Because here actually in Adisaptagram, most of the Lord Chaitanya's associates were there. And since Lord Chaitanya was instructing Lord Nityananda to go and preach to Bengal, what Lord Nityananda did? He took his associate and went to other places where there were no stalwart devotees. And there is one glorious pastime which happened here. Nityananda Prabhu always wanted to show the glories of his associates. We should always remember that whether it is Udharan Datta Thakur or any other associate of Lord Chaitanya Nityananda, they are eternally perfected, eternally liberated soul. Sometimes they may be apparently born in a low family in order for Mahaprabhu to show that devotional service is not dependent on the family background. Rather, the love, affection, and dedication to Guru Krishna matters. The love, affection, dedication to Guru Gauranga matters. So here, since Udharan Datta Thakur, now actually gold merchant means more respect. But at that time, Vedic culture, it was not such thing. So he was the personal cook for Lord Nityananda. Subahu generally used to feed Balaram in the shore of Yamuna. So here, the same pastime. He used to personally cook for Lord Nityananda. And one Brahmana came, the local Brahmana, and then he started to argue with Lord Nityananda. He started to speak about the dry philosophy, the Jnana Marga path, and Lord Nityananda immediately did not defeat that local Brahmana. He allowed him to speak. Actually, the point is that when a great stalwart personality, whether it is associate of Lord Nityananda or Nityananda, when they speak, when they see, it means that they are sowing seeds of Krishna consciousness into the heart. That's why actually he was speaking. He just gave mercy. But he was actually highly debating with Lord Nityananda. Nityananda, within 1 second, he can defeat. But he allowed him to speak. And then Nityananda Prabhu told, okay, now it's the time for taking prasad. You come and then sit along with me. Then he was doing some rituals, and then he was asking, who is the cook? Then Lord Nityananda told Udharan Datta Thakur. Then actually he got angered that I am a Brahmana. How can I eat from a person cooked by a non-Brahmana? Nityananda Prabhu pacified him. But when Udharan Datta Thakur came along with the utensils to serve him, actually he got up and then he was very ferocious. Then immediately Lord Nityananda, he asked the cooking stick from Udharan Datta Thakur, and in front of all devotees and also in front of that local Brahmana, he planted that cooking stick in the courtyard, apparently visible to all person with the mundane vision. Then immediately that cooking stick, it started to go into such Madhavi tree, which we are seeing now. It was immediate, within few seconds. That actually, he was stunned. He was dumbfounded. Then immediately, actually, he started to roll in the ground with ecstasy. And then he asked for forgiveness from Lord Nityananda. And then, like that, actually, many pastimes happened here. And many were delivered. Many people came from Devanand Thakur and he mentions that actually no one can count from where they came to have darshan of Lord Nityananda. And then Nityananda Prabhu stayed here for 3 months at the house of Udharan Datta Thakur. Nityananda Prabhu to stay in a house for 3 months, generally it is very rare. And then he stayed here and then he delivered most of the people here. And we can say that actually in Bengal, most of the people knew Lord Chaitanya very well, because actually it's the preaching place of Lord Nityananda. And then so much mercy. And then Nityananda Prabhu took him from this place, and then they went to Katwa. In Katwa, there is near to Katwa, 3 or 4 kilometers, there is a place called as Udharana. So this is the wonderful deity Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then Nityananda Prabhu, and also Kadadhara Pandit at Adisaptagram. So here actually Udharan Datta Thakur, he shifted his residence from Adisaptagram to Udharanapur. It's hardly 3 or 4 kilometers from Katwa. A beautiful Ganga flows here. Beautiful Ganga. And here he made his residence here, Shripad. Wherever actually Acharya stay, that place is called as Shripad. And in Adisaptagram, such a heart-touching pastime took place. And here in Udharanapur, soul-touching pastime happened here. So it was just a few hundred meters from here, Udharan Datta Thakur, he had his residence. And this place is called as exactly Shakai Akra, where actually here, even if we go now, we also went there recently, where that shell bangles, white in color, that will be sold out here. And mostly married women, they used to buy that, especially in Bengal, that white color shell bangles. And most of the Matajis who accompanied our yatra also, they bought this bangle. So we can see many shopkeepers selling bangles here. And the pastime happened here that when a bangle person who was selling bangles, he happened to meet a charming, beautiful lady. He was mesmerized by that beauty. And then the lady asked him some sets of bangles, which he immediately gave it. And then when he asked for money, that charming, beautiful young lady told that, my father's residence is here. His name is Udharan Datta Thakur. You can go and then get money from him. And you can say that in the western room, there are 5 gold coins kept there. That way, he will give it. And then the shopkeeper went to Udharan Datta Thakur residence. And when he told that I have given bangles to your daughter, and she only redirected me to your house, he was shell-shocked, because actually Udharan Datta Thakur, he didn't have any daughter. So actually he was shell-shocked. So he was asking, who sent you? Then the person told that actually there are 5 gold coins in the western side of the room. And then actually how it got manifested, he was amazed. And then actually taking along with the shopkeeper, along with the gold coin, he was desperately eager to know who is that lady who claimed himself as her father. Then when both the personalities came here, actually the shopkeeper was searching, and actually no one was visible. Then actually Udharan Datta Thakur, he started to chastise the shopkeeper. You are lying. You want to take these gold coins and you are lying. The shopkeeper started to cry. And immediately in the middle portion of the Ganga river, 2 golden hands came upstream. Only hands visible, full hand, with a folded hand. And then the shopkeeper, that white shell bangles, it was drizzling from her hands, and she showed, I have personally purchased that white shell bangle from this shopkeeper. Everyone, not only Udharan Datta Thakur, the shopkeeper, the whole people saw that actually Ganga Devi has personally come there, and then she has purchased such bangles. So they both started to roll in the ground. They both hugged each other, And Udharan Datta Thakur actually praised his fortune that you are able to see her. And that shopkeeper praised Udharan Datta Thakur. Ganga Devi is coming from the lotus feet of our Lord Vishnu, and she herself claims yourself to be her father. So what is the great fortune? So such intimate pastimes happened here. So it's a beautiful place and wonderful place. Such pastimes also happened here. Shakayakra, which is just only 3 or 4 kilometers from here. And Udharan Datta Thakur, he had his residence here, and this is his samadhi. His full body samadhi is at Udharanapur, and his pushpa samadhi is at Adisaptagram. And there is one more bhajan kutir near to Katwa, that place where Madhu Pramanik, the person who shaved, the barber who shaved Lord Chaitanya's hair, tonsuring during the time of sannyas ceremony, he also has a bhajan kutir. There also actually Udharan Datta Thakur, Pushpa Samadhi is there. So here in Udharanapur, the full body Samadhi. You can see what we are saying is full body Samadhi. And we can see the Murti of Udharan Datta Thakur. And here actually Udharan Datta Thakur, he had his temple room, his worshipable Gaurita deities he had. And he also had a kitchen. Still it's preserved here. And his personal worshipable deity is just a few kilometers from this place. And this January 15th this year, Makara Sankranti, there will be a big festival here. And actually the deities will be brought exactly to this location. And then gorgeous worship used to happen here. So Udharan Datta Thakur, he preached far and wide in Bengal, but he had a fixed residence here at Udharanapur. And he also used to visit that Madhu Pramanik Bhajan Kutir. So all along the way from Saptagram, he came here, and this is in the district of Vardhaman. That's why actually Gauramandal, Dan Darshan, actually in each district there will be like 20, 25, 30, 40 places. And it can be like if a person goes there in each district, he can see all these places. So actually we should develop that eagerness to see those places. And at least if we can appreciate, glorify, begging for mercy, they are there only to grant it. People beg for many things from many persons, but if a person begs here sincerely that I want a pure love for Krishna, so these personalities, exalted personalities, are here to grant that immediately. Now we will be also hearing about the glorious pastimes of Jagadish Pandit, and Hiranya Pandit. They shifted their residence to Godrumadeep, exactly Godrumadeep, even before Lord Chaitanya Nimai advented at Yogapith. So they had their residence at Godrumadeep. So we all know that when Nimai used to cry, the best medicine and the only medicine is Harinam. Then immediately he used to stop. But on a specific day, on a specific Ekadasi day, actually that didn't work. So Jagannath Mishra then immediately inquired from Nimai, now what is your desire? What you want? Let me fulfill it. Then Nimai told that actually in the house of Hiranya Pandit, they are offering so many offerings to Lord Vishnu. Actually, this Ekadasi diet restriction is only for conditioned souls. For Lordship, actually, we give grains, and he was mentioning that they are giving so much grains to Lord Vishnu. I want that.
Late ho gayi aaj to main.
Then immediately, what happened? Here, Jagannath Mishra, along with his friends, they went from Yogapith to Godrumadeep, and he was stunned to see that beautifully the deities were decorated, Vishnu deity, and also the deities were offered wonderful grain prasad. And immediately, actually, today, actually, when we were offering, we were expecting that something is going to happen, a wonderful personality would be accepting that. We are very glad that Nimai has kindly accepted our offering. Jagadish Pandit, Hiranya Pandit, almost in the same age of Jagannath Mishra. They became intimate friends. And Jagannath Mishra used to go to their home regularly and then have very intimate relationship. Then Nimai, since in Hiranya Pandit home only, they both are brothers. In Hiranya Pandit home only, Lord Nityananda delivered the dacoit pastime. And Nimai instructed to Jagadish Pandit, you please go to Puri, Jagannath Puri. So here, these two personalities, Jagadish Pandit and Hiranya Pandit, in Krishna Leela, they are the Brahmana's wife during the sacrificial ceremony. We all know the pastime, the Brahmanas were engaged in rituals, and only the wives of those Brahmana, they were taking prasad to feed it to Krishna. So their identity is like that. So that's why actually Nimai, he accepted such personalities offering immediately. So actually, we should also know that when we are offering food to the deities, they are very, very reciprocating. They are very, very reciprocating. And here, Jagadish Pandit and Hiranya Pandit, they had parental affection. Generally, with Mahaprabhu having parental affection is only Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi, like that. And here, Jagadish Pandit and Hiranya Pandit, they exhibited Vatsalya Bhav. So such intimate pastime happened here, and he also participated in Lord Chaitanya Sankirtan pastime at Navadip. Then he was instructed by Lord Chaitanya, you please go to Puri and then you worship Lord Jagannath. And then by the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jagadish Pandit went to Puri. And in Jagannath Puri, at that time there was a famous Navakalevara festival. We all know the Navakalevara. The deities, they will be changed after 16 years, 19 years, like that. So Lord Jagannath came in the dream of Jagadish Pandit and instructed that while going, anyhow, my old deities, you please carry me back to Mayapur. I want to come there. Then Jagadish Pandit told that, how can I carry you? You are so, you have so weight. Then don't worry, by my mercy you can carry. Then actually he also instructed the same to the priest of Jagannath temple. Generally, Navakalevara olden deities, they used to actually put below the mud, there is a place called as Goli Vaikunta at Puri, where they actually put inside the mud and then they cover it up. And here this was the first time where Navakalevara, a olden deity, was traveling from Jagannath Puri to Navadip. And he was just carrying the bamboo stick with Jagannath in the back. Jagannath became like a wool, like a cotton, weightless. And he started to carry from here. And in Navakalevara, generally, you all know that actually Navakalevara, there are many rituals to be followed up. A team of devotees, they used to hunt and find for Jagannatha tree, which has Shambhu, Chakra, Gada, Padma. There should be no nest. There should be a snake below the tree. And then there should be a Shiva temple. There should be a crematorium ground. So many rituals. And they have to identify that. 3 teams used to go to identify Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Devi. And actually there is a time fixed. Some time fixed. Probably like, I hope it's something like 2 weeks, around that. Within that, they have to find. If they don't find, actually the team who have ventured for finding Jagannath, Baladev or Subhadra Devi, if they are not able to identify the tree, they have to commit suicide by jumping into the ocean. And actually in 1 year, Baladev tree was identified, Subhadra tree was identified, and Jagannath tree was not at all identifiable. Just hardly half an hour muhurta only was remaining. And actually everyone became restless. If they are not able to identify, then they have to commit suicide. That's why actually in the Jagannatha, the last line, what is the last line? Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patakami Bhavatame. Oh Lord, may you be the object of my vision. This is the song which actually the venturing team used to sing because it's the life for them. Because only Jagannath should manifest before them. And then immediately, only half an hour Muhurta left. Then everyone, they were dumbfounded. Then immediately a small child came running. And then he started to call the leader. I found this is the tree. Look at it. And then when they found it, then all the symptoms were available. Then they got relief. Then when they turned their back around, that child got disappeared. It was real. So that's why actually the Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patak Bhavatume, that is actually a life and soul statement for the person finding new deities. So such Jagannath plays like this with some devotees. So this devotee, Jagadish Pandit, he was carrying from the deity from Jagannath Puri to Mayapur. On the way, there is a place called as Jashra. Now that place is called as Chakdaha. Actually, there is a big banyan tree and also the Ganga also flows there. He kept the deity beneath the tree. I mean, he was kept it. And then he went to take a bath. And then when he came back, actually the deity became so weight that he cannot even move an inch. Then he immediately came to the conclusion that Jagannath wants to reside here. And then Jagannath also appeared and then told to him that I wanted to accept your worship at this place. That place is called as Chakdaha. When you go from Howrah to Mayapur, in between, there is a place. Most of you might have seen Chakdaha. Most of the places, such pastimes happen here. And this is exactly the deity which was personally taken by Jagadish Pandit. And actually, in the left side of the portion in the altar, there used to be a bamboo stick also, which Jagadish Pandit carried this deity in his back, still visible. So wonderful. So this is actually the courtyard view of this place. Then actually a king from Krishnanagar, he offered around 150 acres of land. Then some construction took place. Then due to the power of time, again, the worship was not to the proper standard. Then Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he came here, he established the 64 Gaudiya Mat. This is one of the mat which he established here. Because wherever he went, he was able to visualize such pastimes happened here. And then he instructed his disciple immediately construct a temple. So such a wonderful pastime happened here. So here, this is the personal worshipable deity of Jagadish Pandit. And in the extreme left-hand corner, you can see actually the bamboo stick in a white color. They have covered the bamboo stick with a wooden glass. So you can see that. And there is also when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Lord Nityananda came here, Jagannath accepted his worship, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu came here to Chakdaha twice. Once after taking sannyas, and once while coming from Jagannath Puri to Navadip. At the time, actually, his wife Dukini, she was crying piteously to Mahaprabhu. All the associates of the Lord, Matajis and Prabhujis, whenever they see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, they used to cry profusely. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could understand her sentimental emotions. Also in the Vatsalya Bhava. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave Gaur Gopal deity to Jagadish Pandit wife. So here Jagannath accepted the service of Jagadish Pandit, and Gaur Gopal deity accepted the service of Dukini. That way both were satisfied to the fullest extent. So actually devotion spreads only like this. And devotion doesn't spread in a corporate way. It spreads only through devotees, only through them, through their mercy, it spreads. So such glorious pastimes also happened here, and Jagadish Pandit, till the last breath of his life, he continued his worship here. Then Actually, we will be seeing the glorious pastimes of Devananda Pandit. This is actually in Navadip. Generally, when devotees go to Navadip, they used to have darshan of Dameshwar Mahaprabhu and Jagannath Das Babaji, Samadhi and Bhajan Kutir. Actually, there is still more important place at Koladvi, and this is Devananda Gaudiya. You all know the pastime that Devananda Pandit in Krishna Leela, he was Baguri Muni, who was the chief priest of Nanda Maharaj. So in that way, actually, Devananda Gaudiya, Devananda Pandit is an eternally perfect and eternally liberated soul. So he used to recite Srimad Bhagavatam, and when Srivas Thakur came here, and just by hearing the verses glorifying Lord Krishna, he felt in trance, in ecstasy. Seeing that as a disturbance, the students of Devananda Pandit, they threw him out. So when the news came to Lord Chaitanya, he was very ferocious. He told that how much sloka you read in Srimad Bhagavatam, you cannot relish bhakti. And then when Lord Chaitanya came back after taking sannyas to Navadip, by his arrangement, Devananda Pandit was delivered, because actually he didn't have any qualification to approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But when Vakreshwar Pandit came here, and then he used to dance 72 hours a day, and more crowd came, and then he just did only crowd control management, just by that service. But he had faith at the great personality, Vakreshwar Pandit. So Vakreshwar Pandit blessed him. So through his blessing, actually, he had a direct face-to-face meeting with Lord Chaitanya. And when Lord Chaitanya was sitting, Devananda Gaudiya Math, actually, he was standing in one remote corner, gazing at Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya then started to speak with him. Then Lord Chaitanya was interacting with Devananda Pandit. Then Devananda Pandit, he realized his mistake, that he didn't understand. He was not in a position to understand the exalted nature of Srivas Thakur, who is none other than Narada Muni. Then he put a question: how should I teach Srimad Bhagavatam and how should I explain it? Mahaprabhu told these two instructions, and it applies to all. Mahaprabhu told how to teach Srimad Bhagavatam and how to explain Srimad Bhagavatam. These two instructions. In Srimad Bhagavatam, always the devotional service has to be glorified. You should not speak anything other than that. This is the first instruction. Second instruction: in the beginning, middle, and end, you should always glorify devotional service. That's why in Bhagavad Gita also, actually, the devotional service is spoken from chapter 7 to 12. But Srila Prabhupada, right from chapter 2 to chapter 18, he used to insert the glory of a devotional service. This is how an expert devotee presents Bhagavata Purana to the audience. It was these two instructions. And Devananda Pandit, he was very satisfied. So actually here, Lord Chaitanya severely chastised Devananda Pandit. So we shouldn't take that actually that was the purpose of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya used Devananda Pandit as a tool to give a lesson to us, that actually in Srimad Bhagavatam, the Mahapurana, there is no topic to be discussed other than devotional service, Bhakti Yoga. The topics should revolve only around devotees and the Supreme Lord. And in between that, only devotional service, nothing more than that. Simple. So such pastime also happened here. And actually, we can also see here Varahadev deity, because actually it's in the island called Koladip, where actually Varahadev, he kept one of his leg. When he kept one of his leg in the planet Earth, it was exactly resting in the island called Koladip. That's why actually in Koladip we have Varahadev deity, and also Radhakrishna deity, and also Mahaprabhu deity there. And Koladip is the place where actually devotees were forgiven of their offenses. Like here, Devananda Pandit was forgiven. Gopala Chapala, who committed a grievous offense against Srivas Thakur, he was also forgiven here. It's a must-visit place at Koladip, Devananda Gauri. But if we tell to rickshaw person, everyone knows this place. It's a very famous mutt at Navadip. And then we will come to hear about the glorious pastime of Gopala Bhatta Goswami. We all know that Gopala Bhatta Goswami, he hailed from South India, Sri Rangam, and Lord Chaitanya upgraded a person who was practicing Bhakti Marga at Dashya Bhav to Madhurya Bhav. And here we all know that Gopala Bhatta Goswami is none other than Guna Manjari and also expansion on Anaga Manjari also. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed here for 4 months. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced here. People were so much craze, crush to see the moving golden mountain of Lord Chaitanya's transcendental body. His body is like a transcendental, glittering mountain, and his perspiration is like gold droplets. So actually, he was mesmerizing wherever he went. Wherever Lord Nityananda went, wherever Lord Chaitanya went, he completely mesmerized. So this also happened at Sri Rangam. Then actually, we all know that in Sri Rangam, Lord Chaitanya stayed here for 4 months. This is the house of Venkata Bhatta, Gopal Bhatta's father. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed here for 4 months, and then he used to take bath at Kaveri. He also used to have darshan of Ranganathji. And then actually, he also put a question to Venkata Bhatta, why actually Lakshmi Devi was hankering to have association of Krishna. And then Venkata Bhatta, he answered for that, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in a loving, humorous way, in a clever way, he answered that Lakshmi Devi still keeps her identity in an opulent mode. That's why since she is not following in the footprints of the gopis, she is not able to enter into the pastimes of Rasa Leela. So such a wonderful pastime happened here, and then he gave instruction to Gopala Bhatta Goswami, till your parents are there, you serve them nicely. And Gopala Bhatta Goswami at a small age, he was able to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by massaging his lotus feet, to do personal service. Whenever actually a devotee gets opportunity to serve devotees personally, they should serve them. And only in separation, actually we have to follow the instruction. Here Gopala Bhatta Goswami perfectly followed that. And then actually, this is actually the personal worshipable deity of Lord Chaitanya. When he came to Sri Rangam, he could not bear the separation from like Lord Jagannath. So it was actually personally hand carved by Lord Chaitanya. Here still now we can see the darshan of Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Devi, Sudarshan Chakra at this holy Sri Rangashetra. And then after parents' disappearance, he came to Vrindavan, and under the instruction of Rupa Sanatan, you all know that how he was groomed nicely, and then he was specifically given the deity worship seva also. And then we all know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, wherever actually he visited, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he came there, he installed the lotus footprint of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so that the future generations can know that actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had visited here. Then he actually joined Sri Rup, Sri Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta, Dasa Raghunath. So one of the Sad Goswamis of Vrindavan, very intimately related. And then Rupa Sanatan, they were so intimately related with Gopala Bhatta Goswami. And then he was on a pilgrimage tour from Vrindavan to Nepal, Gandagi River, where actually he found 12 Salagram Sila. And then the next day he could see that one Salagram Sila, Damodar Sila, transformed himself into the beautiful Radha Raman deity. Wonderful, wonderful deity, amazing deity. Suyambhu, self-manifested. And Shri Radha Gopinath, Shri Radha Govinda, Shri Radha Madan Mohan, all three beauties we can see at the beauty of Shri Radha Raman. So meticulously he was worshipping the deity, because actually only when the devotee's devotion is pleasing to Krishna, such thing happens. Then he immediately called for his senior associates, Rupa, Sanatan, and then they had a wonderful installation ceremony. Everyone danced in joy, jubilation, because actually it's a new arrival. Whenever there is a new arrival of deities, it gives a lot of joy to the devotees. So nice ceremony happened there. And Gopala Bhatta Goswami, his samadhi is also at the same mandir. And Prabhupada used to say that we have to learn how the deity should be worshipped from Radha Raman, a deity from Vrindavan, and very stylish. And actually, he puts a love letter through Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Radha Raman deity, to whomsoever it may concern, I love you all eternally. So it's a love letter. So stylish and beautiful. And here, only he can claim, to whomsoever it may concern, I love you all. So such their pastime happened here. And also the Samadhi Mandir of Gopala Bhatta Goswami. We can have nice prayers to get love for Krishna. And all these three deities' beauty are visible in the transcendental look of Radharaman. And he is Gunamanjari. Yeah, in one way, Anangamanjari, or expansion of Anangamanjari, so intimately related to Radha Krishna. And when we hear and glorify, and wherever they are, we are supposed to go there only. So it's confirmed that when we worship these great stalwart acharyas, wherever they are, by their mercy, they will keep us under their shelter, and that should be our only prayer. And Gopala Bhatta Goswami's famous disciple is Srinivasa Acharya at Jajigram, famous. And Chakandi, this is actually the birthplace of Srinivasa Acharya and his worshipable deity, dancing deities of Gaur Nita in Nadraj position. So such intimate pastime happened here. And he also wrote a wonderful book, Satkriya Sara Deepika, so great, by Gopala Bhatta Goswami. And we will be also hearing about the glorious pastimes of Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami, under his shelter, Shyamananda Pandit, then Narottam Das Thakur, Ramachandra Kaviraja, Shyamananda Pandit, Narottam Das, and Srinivasa Acharya. They all studied under Jiva Goswami. Actually, the multi-guru system existed from that time, because Shyamananda Pandit Guru is Gauridas Pandit, Narottam Das Thakur Guru is Lokanath Swami, Srinivasa Acharya Guru is Gopala Bhatta Goswami. But Gopala Bhatta Goswami directed his disciple Srinivasa Acharya to study under the guidance of Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami was very, very pleased with all these three exalted personalities. They studied all the Bhakti Sastri, the intricacy of scriptures under his guidance. And actually, when these great personalities assemble, they share the mellows of devotional service. When a conditioned souls hear Srimad Bhagavatam, they get purified. But when exalted personalities hear Srimad Bhagavatam, they relish it. But only in the association of devotees, bhakti can be nourished. That's why even if a person is in the bhava level, only in the association of devotees he can nourish bhakti. We all know that how Jiva Goswami empowered all these great acharyas to do book distribution. And all these three personalities, they took books from Mathura to Bengal, and on the place called as Vanavishnupur, it got lost, and then later it was discovered. So such pastimes also happened. Jiva Goswami Actually, so much Sandarbhas he has written. One devotee asked His Holiness Bhanasami Maharaj, because we all know that Bhanasami Maharaj translated around 180 books of various acharyas. So to read Srila Prabhupada book itself, it takes a lifetime. So how to read all this book? So for that, Bhanasami Maharaj told that actually there is only one foundational book called Srimad Bhagavatam, and in Srimad Bhagavatam there are many references, and if you have doubt, you can go and then refer that book and come back to Srimad Bhagavatam. It's all only expansion of Srimad Bhagavatam to know more in detail, and the commentaries of various acharyas, sometimes it can differ in opinion, but it is only to give flavor to the mellows of devotional service that we have to understand. Devotees should not argue why Vishwanath Chakravarti spoke like this, and for the same purpose, why Baladev Vidyabhushan spoke like this. It's only to add different flavors in mellows of devotional service. What they have relished, they are giving it to us. The foundation is only these two key things: how to love Krishna, how to serve Krishna. That's in Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam, that's why only devotional service is glorified. And Chaitanya Charitamrita is only finer details of Srimad Bhagavatam. So if you can read those books, well and good. But if we are sticking to the principles of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is sufficient. There is no doubt. But some wants to inquire more and more, they can go and then refer. So now we will be hearing about the glorious pastimes of Ramachandra Kaviraja. And he is Karna Manjari. And this is actually Jajigram. Jajigram, this is actually the Sripat of Srinivasa Acharya. So Srinivasa Acharya, along with his associate, when he was sitting under a banyan tree, there was a palanquin, and inside the palanquin, Ramachandra Kaviraja, he was traveling because he was going to get married. And then Srinivasa Acharya used to make a little comment, gossip. This person has a beautiful body traits. If he become a lover of Krishna, it would be great. And what Srinivasa Acharya spoke, that impregnated, penetrated the heart of Ramachandra Kaviraja. He was contemplating, who is that great person, like that. He told me that I should love Krishna. And marriage also happened. And then he discussed only Krishna Katha. Then in the next day morning, he came here. And then he was accepted by Srinivasa Acharya. Srinivasa Acharya accepted Ramachandra Kaviraja as his disciple. Such intimate pastime. Actually, Ramachandra Kaviraja, the main pastime places associated with Ramachandra Kaviraj is one place called as Kumarapara in the Murshidabad district. It's like on the way to Ekachakra. That place is there. There also we have a Madhavi tree, and also the worshipable deity of Ramachandra Kaviraj is there. Then Teliya Baduri, that place is also there. And actually his worshipable Gaur-Nitai deity was also kept there. And then one more place called as Bhagavan Gola. Actually one Gaur-Nitai deity which he worshipped from Bhagavan Gola. This is the Gaur-Nitai deity worshipped by Ramachandra Kaviraj. Initially the deity, they were at Bhagavan Gola. Later the deities were shifted to Teliya Baduri. And Kumarapara also was the place actually when King Raja Narsimha and also Rupa Narayan went along with his scholar to defeat Narottam Das Thakur. Ganga Narayan Chakravarti and Ramachandra Kaviraj, they disguised as two persons, pan selling and betel nut selling. And those scholars, when they put their camp at Kumarapara village, when they came to the shop to purchase things, and they just started to speak in Sanskrit. Then they raised some philosophical debate, and then they defeated all the person. Then actually Rupa Narayan came, King came, everyone, they were defeated by the Sanskrit scholarship of Ramachandra Kaviraja and Ganga Narayan Chakravarti. And when they asked what is your identity, they told, we are very just insignificant servant of Narottam Das Thakur. Then they came to the conclusion, if servant of Narottam Das Thakur can defeat us, then how can we defeat Narottam Das Thakur? They made a great seva, not for their spiritual master to get disturbed. That happened at Kumarapana. This is the personal worshipable deity of Ramachandra Kaviraja. His brother Govinda Kaviraj is also a famous devotee, born to the parents Sunanda and Chiranjeeva Sena. Very intimate pastimes. That's why actually Murshidabad district, if we go, we can cover Bhagavan Gola, because the deity was personally present there. Then Teliya Baduri, then actually Kumarapara, also Jajigram also. Everything related to Ramachandra Kaviraja. Then Lochana Das Thakur, who wrote Chaitanya Mangal. So we will be going to Srikanda. It's a wonderful deity of Mahaprabhu, Radha Krishna, and also the Gopinath deity also, the altar they used to keep it. When Raghunandan Thakur offered a sweet, the deity personally accepted the offering, the same deity only, Raghunandan Thakur, because Lochana Das Thakur, Raghunandan Thakur, Narahari Sarkar, they are all the same arena. They are all Gaura Bhajana Priya. These Srikanda devotees, they used to do only Gaura Bhajana. Other groups, the other 6 groups during the Jagannath Radhayatra ceremony, they used to do Krishna Bhajan. They were fond of doing only Gaura Bhajan. This is Srikanda Madhu Pushkarini, where actually Lochana Das Thakur, Guru Narahari Sarkar, who is none other than Madhumati Shaki in Krishna Leela, changed this pond into honey, because actually when Lord Nityananda came here, he asked for honey. And the whole pond was honey. Still, actually, this pond sweets, tasty. And he wrote this wonderful book called as Chaitanya Mangal. Actually, the place where he wrote Chaitanya Mangal, this place is called as Baradanga, which is hardly few kilometers from Srikanda. And exactly under this banyan tree, Narahari Sarkar, his spiritual master, he also did his bhajan, and under this banyan tree, his disciple Lochana Das Thakur wrote Chaitanya Mangal. And from here should be hardly 1 hour travel. There is a place called as Denur, where Vrindavan Das Thakur wrote Chaitanya Bhagavat. Initially, Vrindavan Das Thakur kept the name Chaitanya Mangal. Again, here Lochana Das Thakur wrote Chaitanya Mangal. Then actually he went to Denur. They had a nice discussion. Then the senior associates of Lord Chaitanya told that actually there should not be any confusion. So whatever Vrindavan Das Thakur has written, let it be Chaitanya Bhagavat. Srimad Bhagavatam, Vedavyas. Chaitanya Bhagavat, the same Vedavyas came as Vrindavan Das Thakur. They are all contemporary, Lochana Das Thakur and Vrindavan Das Thakur. This place is called Baradanga. This is also the place where Raghunandan Thakur and Abhiram Das Thakur danced, and the anklet of Raghunandan Thakur flew and then fell in one more place called as Nupur Pokor. So such glorious pastimes happened here, and the worshipable deity of Lochana Das Thakur, that is also we can see here. And Jiva Goswami, we all know that Lord Nityananda took Jiva Goswami to Navadip Pandal Parikrama along with Srivas Thakur and along with Vamsi Vadana Thakur. So Jiva Goswami, whenever Lord Nityananda showed the transcendental pastime, actually Jiva Goswami could visualize the pastime of Lord Chaitanya there, and he used to roll in the ground in ecstasy. Initially, Jiva Goswami was pleading to Lord Nityananda, I want to go to Vrindavan, but after circumambulating the Navadip Mandal, Jiva Goswami told to Nityananda, I feel that this Navadip Mandal is non-different from Vrindavan, I will stay here. But by the instruction of Lord Nityananda, Jiva Goswami was sent to Vrindavan. So actually the instruction is that to reside in Vrindavan, we need qualification. But when we circumambulate Navadip, we get the qualification to reside at Vrindavan, because our Gaudiya Vaishnava goal is Goloka Vrindavan, Krishna, and devotional service to Krishna. But Krishna's devotional service, doing devotional service to Krishna is very exalted. So only by hearing the associates of Lord Chaitanya and Mahaprabhu and the Shripad and the pastime places, we get the qualification to reside at Goloka Vrindavan and do eternal service to Krishna. So that's why we should be more eager to hear about the Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas. And they have specifically come in this age of Kali. And Jiva Goswami, we all know that his favorable deity is Krishna Balaram. Even in his childhood days, he used to sleep only with Krishna Balaram deity. And then we all know about his Radha Damodar temple where the Govardhan Sila is kept. And then Jiva Goswami, he worshipped the Radha Damodar deity, and Prabhupada also stayed here. In his murti also we can have a nice darshan. Wrote many scriptures, especially the Sandarbha, giving more clarity, and also depth. Actually, when does a person become grave? See, when something or spoken out of lips, only lip seva, may apparently be different, but when one goes deep and deep in philosophy, the personalities become grave in their character. That's why actually these acharyas' activities, they are very difficult to comprehend and understand. Even a pure devotee cannot understand the activity of other pure devotee, because Rupa Goswami once chastised Jiva Goswami, because when actually Vallabhacharya, he actually defeated Vallabhacharya, and also Rupa Narayan also came. So this actually made ferocious anger to Rupa Goswami, apparently. And then he told, now you cannot reside at Vrindavan. Then he actually went to the border, and then there was a crocodile hole. He was residing there, didn't take any food. Then Sanatana Goswami came, found Jiva Goswami weak, and then brought back to Rupa Goswami to accept him back. So we should not apparently take that, this is the great mistake done by Jiva Goswami. No. Actually, the logic and the debate ends when one takes the process of devotional service, because they are relishing. So why to waste time? That's why in the Vijaya Patra, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami accepted defeat. Why to unnecessarily argue with the person? Krishna is sweet. But Jiva Goswami, in order to defend, he debated and argued. But since he was chastised, we should think that actually this chastisement is to me only. This is the transcendental instruction which Rupa Sanatan Goswami has given to me through Jiva Goswami. We should take instruction only like that. Not like actually Jiva Goswami. He is eternally perfect, eternally liberated soul, inexhaustible, infallible. And he is none other than Vilasamacharya. So why he needs the chastisement? But Mahaprabhu teaches all those things only through his confidential associate. So we all know that how he was very intimately related to Lord Nityananda as well, and wrote many Sandarbha books, Gopala Champu, and many other things. So actually, so it is very nice to hear about the great exalted Vaishnava Acharyas, and to constantly hear about them, glorify them, and we should get purified. And the important thing is that actually everyone should feel, actually, we say that Trinadapi Sunichena, that we should be humble, like a blade of grass. Actually, to be practical, we should always think that I am the most fallen. One who thinks himself to be the most fallen is the most fortunate. And when we think ourselves, it's only the bhav, the mood. When we think that we are the most fallen, we are sure to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, Panchatattva, and the associates. There is no doubt on that. Okay, with this, I am ending the session. If you have any comments, realization, doubt, you are free to ask. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu. As usual, we can nicely see the place, and we can see the deities. We can see all the pastor. Especially, I like the stick that was there in the glass door, and the bangles. We could feel that pastime, Prabhuji, like how Ganga Mata herself came and take this bangle. This was so beautiful, Prabhuji. Each and every pastime that you have shared. Very grateful to you. We cannot go to these places in person, but when we go there, definitely we will remember your class. Oh, look, this one Prabhuji has already told us in the class. Now we are seeing it personally. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very grateful to you. We have one raise hand, Prabhuji. Sukaka Krishna Prabhu, please go ahead.
Thank you, Vinita Kantak Mataji. Prabhu, I'm feeling sad, Jivan Prabhu, why it got over. Like it was flowing like Ganga river, and I think you are one of the associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Otherwise, so much nobody will know. Every place. Really, I'm so much eternally indebted to you. And you know every tree what is there. So next time I want to come with you. Please take me to Navadvip Parikrama and Mayapur also. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Sukakara Krishna Prabhu.
Even our desire, Prabhuji, to go with you, Parikrama. Please pray for us that we can come. We all can
Hare
join.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Bol, Hare
Mataji,
Bol.
I will arrange a trip. All Bhakti Sangha will join together, and Jivan Gaur will be the leader to take us to all the places.
Yes,
1 month.
yes,
Complete.
you should push all of us, Prabhuji.
Exactly 1 month.
Oh, in 1 month, Prabhuji is going, okay. We have to start planning now only. Okay, very nice. And also, Prabhu, I was thinking every time you have one surprise Acharya in what is not there in the poster. Every time you say there is one more. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Only you can explain the glories of so many Acharyas in one stop. I mean, in one stretch. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Samagauri Mataji mentioned to include Jiva Goswami also.
Mataji, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free. He gave so much to Samagauri, one free. Please give one small one.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. If anybody else having any more questions, realizations, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, I want to ask one more question after they finish.
Yeah. Induleka Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for this excellent class, Prabhuji. You always take us to those pastime places. I did have one question, Prabhu, on the worship of the Shadbhuj form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by Udharan Datta Thakur. So, Prabhuji, is that an authorized form of worship, and can, regular Gaudiya Vaishnavas also worship that form?
Yeah, good question. So, Sadbhuja form, actually, it is only to, what we can say, to show to the people in this age of Kali that Lord Chaitanya is non-different from Lord Krishna, and Lord Chaitanya is non-different from Lord Ram. So actually, just by understanding this tattva, Lord Chaitanya is non-different from Krishna, and the Lord Chaitanya is non-different from Lord Ram, one becomes celebrated. This is the verdict of the scriptures. That's why even when Lochana Thakur, he mentioned that Lord Nityananda is the son of Mother Rohini, then Vrindavan Das Thakur, he danced in ecstasy. You have showed the Nityananda Tattva, he is non-different from Balaram. And just in Kali Yuga, just by getting little faith on Lord Chaitanya, the entrance and the future become auspicious. So actually, in ISKCON temple, we don't specifically have a Sadbhuja form of worship, but the identity is clear that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is called as Chaitanya Avatari, and all other incarnations emanate from him, and he is non-different from Krishna, Rama, and Narasimha. So the tattva is to understand this one main principle.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Mataji, I got one more question. I forgot to ask. Yes. Can I ask?
Yes, Prabhuji, go ahead.
Prabhuji, in that song, Shri Radha Bhave Rebe Gora Avatar, Hare Krishna Naam Gora Kori Lo Prochar, Vasudev Ghosh Bole Kori Jodo Har, Jai Gaur, Jai Krishna, Jai Jagannath. So he's the Gaura, is the same Jagannatha and Krishna, is the same that song.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, Prabhuji, I got this Radharaman. No, I'm totally attracted. Now you are telling that Radharaman is having Radha,
Madan Mohan, Gopinath, and
Madan
Govinda.
Mohan, Govinda, and Gopinath. So the face is, I think, say face is Madan Mohan, and the lotus feet is Gopinath, and the body is Govinda. I think like that. Something.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
That's why
So,
even yeah. Tell me, bro.
So Adi Gadadhar Prabhu in the last week when he was telling, I also heard that Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. It is only Krishna, it is Radha Raman only. So I was thinking it is Ramachandra or Balram or Parshuram, like that. But many devotees of Gaudiya Math, they're telling it's only Radha Raman. So I'm very much attracted to Radha Raman. Wherever I think I'm seeing Radha Raman is coming, Radha Raman. I think it's a very powerful deity, Prabhu, of Gopal Goswami's deity.
Yeah, when Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was denied entry at the temple of Madan Mohan, Govinda, and Gopinath because due to his Siddhanta strong, actually he was allowed only entry at the Radharaman temple, and having darshan of Radharaman deity, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur told that I had darshan of all other deities.
Yeah. So, but Prabhuji, Radharaman, why that Radharani is not there? They are just keeping some his Bala and not Radharani is not there. Somebody said Radharaman is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only Radha Krishna and it's together like he only manifested Radha and Krishna and only Radharaman deity. So because every time they keep a Mataji, Rani, he said no, not matching like that. He said. Can you just tell on that? There's always keeping only her.
Yeah, it's actually Radharaman deity manifested from the Salagram Sila, Damodar Sila. So he was self-effulgent and in the three-vented form, completely absorbed in the loving association of the devotees. So actually in this temple we can see actually the unique nature of Radharaman in a stylish portion to attract. So it's his sweet will that he manifested alone.
So it is there inside. Radharaman, both Radha and Raman, both are there. Radharaman.
Yeah. Devotees see Radha and Krishna at Radharaman deity.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. I'm really very much captivated with Radharaman. I don't know. Somehow I feel every day I got the deity in the deity room also. And I find Radharaman is very loving and very beautiful, so wonderful, so nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for the answer. Ragini Mataji, please go ahead with your question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhu, I was reading Chaitanya Bhagavat, and in there, Srila Vrindavan Thakur repeatedly would say that these leelas of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would be later on predicted by Vedavyas and other sages. And one significant example is like when after Yamaraj, he mentions the incident when Yamaraj gets to know that Mahaprabhu liberated Jagai and Madhai, like he delivered them. And then Yamaraj heard that and he started dancing in ecstasy. After that, Vrindavan Thakur started saying that these such leelas will be later on glorified by Vedavyas and others. So my question is, when will it be glorified and how?
So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was doing Sankirtan pastime at Navadip or in Puri, only his close confidential associate could realize his real identity, that he is none other than Krishna. And Lord Chaitanya, he desired and willed that during his earthly pastime, his identity not be known to the public. But after his pastimes are over, then actually these pastimes should be revealed. That we can see like Lochana Das Thakur, Vrindavan Das Thakur, Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami, they have clearly mentioned his identity. And now itself we can see that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu his glories have been spread all over the world. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually he actually completed his earthly pastime, then immediately through the scriptures, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Mangal, and later on by the mercy of Chaitanya Charitamrita written by Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami, Lord Chaitanya identity, his Siddhanta, his teaching is gradually spreading all over the world. So, and actually Lord Nityananda only brought this out because Devanand Thakur is his disciple. And here for Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami also, he only instructed when he was residing at Jamatpur, go to Vrindavan, all your desire will be fulfilled. Then only he was hearing 3 to 4 hours Gaura Katha from Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, and he was able to write Chaitanya Charitamrita by the blessings of Madan Mohan. And here Lochana Thakur also, he got the blessings of his spiritual master Narahari Sarkar, who was very intimately related to Lord Nityananda. And Lord Nityananda actually is bringing all the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya through this scripture and also through his associate. And also now Chaitanya Charitamrita, this edition is a lot of sets are being distributed all over the world. So even now also we can feel the presence how Lord Chaitanya is being glorified. So we are already in part of Lord Chaitanya's Leela, because Lord Chaitanya, his golden period in this 10,000 years. So, and Lord Chaitanya is saying that spread my glories, and we are distributing books. So we are already part of Mahaprabhu's Leela, and it's a matter of realization. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. So, Kaka
I've got
Krishna,
one more
Prabhu,
question.
you have one more question?
Yeah,
Please go ahead.
Jivana Gaur Prabhu, actually that day Adhikata Prabhu was telling Chaitanya Charitamrita is more of Tattva, whereas Chaitanya Bhagavata is more of Katha. It is like the 10th canto, it is more of story type, and that is more like Bhagavad Gita, more of Tattva and knowledge. So Chaitanya Mangal, what is it? How does it reflect within these three? How do you advise to go reading?
Chaitanya Mangala, many interesting pastimes of Lord Chaitanya is revealed in Chaitanya Mangal. That puppy pastime. If a person hears the puppy pastime, it is not mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavata, Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's only mentioned in the Chaitanya Mangal. And the intimate, sweet conversation relationship between Lord Chaitanya and Vishnu Priya when he was going to take sannyas, that is revealed only in Chaitanya Mangal. That's why Chaitanya Mangal. So actually, for a person to know about Mahaprabhu, and it's also a small book, even Chaitanya Bhagavat is 7 volume, Chaitanya Charitamrita 9 volume. It's Chaitanya Mangal is only one book, and it is also easy to read in a story format. But at the same time, it also glorifies about the great magnanimous mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. So mostly in a story way, like Vibhishana, how he came from the ocean of Puri, and then he had a darshan of Lord Chaitanya, and then no one know who that personality was, because though the close confidential associates of Lord Chaitanya, they were not able to Vibhishana. Only one Brahmana, he was able to take vision of Vibhishana. Such a pastime, interesting pastime took place. So more interesting in a story way, because in Kali Yuga, everything has to be told only in a story way. Siddhanta actually very difficult to digest it. So in a story way, just by hearing that, oh, Chaitanya did like that, Lord Nityananda did like that, they delivered so many souls, they made everyone to cry. So such interesting stories are there in Chaitanya Mangal, and it's also easy to read.
So one should start with Chaitanya Mangal, so that you'll get a taste, you'll dive into Chaitanya Bhagavata and then to Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Yes. And if a person feels that my heart is like a stone, my heart is like a wood, take Chaitanya Mangal.
Jai. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Vinitha.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. So Chaitanya Mangal has a sweet pastimes where even kids can understand. That's
short and sweet
story. Yeah, puppy story is very, very nice, Prabhuji. All have the kids book is also there, Nima and the puppy. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Very grateful to you. I guess there is no more raise hand or question and answer questions. So we can end the call here. I just want to check in the chat box. Yeah, everybody is glorifying your class, Prabhuji. I don't see any question here. We would like to end the call here. I would like to offer my obeisances to you and all the Vaishnavas assembled on the call. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
His Grace Gaur Jai. Jivan Gaur Hari Prabhuji ki Jai.